please welcome the Grand Dame of Nassau Transgender Civil Rights, Joanne Borden!
Thank you for that very kind introduction. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I found Nassau is a unique county. Just compare Nassau to all its neighbors, all 23 million neighbors in Suffolk County, in New York City, Westchester County, all of New Jersey, and all of Connecticut. They protect every citizen, but we are unique. Oh, no. We're the only place around that doesn't protect its transgender citizens. Although all medical associations and researchers testify we are born with transgenderism, I ask all women within earshot, can you stop being a woman? No! And you men, can you stop being a man? No! Of course not, because your gender is from inside you. Well, neither are we able to stop the gender inside us. It's a biological imperative. Shame on Nassau's Republican majority for allowing bigotry to harm us. Our founding father, Thomas Jefferson, had a different vision. He said every human being born on this continent has a right to equal, indeed identical treatment in the machine of the law. The first Republican president said our new nation was dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Another Republican president, whose name adorns this legislature building, in front of me stands his statue in shame because his party does not honor his own words, which were, no man is above the law and no man beneath it. This never was a right-left issue. It is a right-wrong issue. The opponents corrupt their office by not allowing democracy to function, by not practicing the American principle of equality, by not honoring their personal pledge to the flag. Furthermore, there are 128 million people in this country living with transgender rights laws, and nothing bad happens. But even if there were bad reports, every human being has a right to identical treatment under the law. We ask for nothing more and are owed nothing less. Nassau is unique. We don't care if discrimination harms war veterans, teachers, accountants, police officers, and people in all walks of life. Hard-working people who are trying to support their families in the face of constant fear of losing their job simply because they were born a transgender person. Nassau is unique, where good employees are fired, good tenants are forced to vacate their apartment, well-behaved and attired people are refused services in shops and restaurants. Sick and injured people are refused medical attention simply because of a birth variation called transgenderism. This is not theoretical. Those things do have and are happening. They're happening somewhere right now as I speak. We don't need this kind of uniqueness. It's time for us to get together, Democrats, Republicans, and all other parties, and demonstrate Nassau protects all God's children equally. Thank you. What's that?
Make you sound better.
Well, now it is my distinct honor and great pleasure to introduce my sister, Hunter College alumna, Legislator Judith Jacobs. I can consume a great deal of time listing her many accomplishments, but you can Google her name and get that. Instead, my first experience with her will give you a better sense of this woman, Judith Jacobs. Briefly, I visited this legislature in 2010 and told them gender-variant people are excluded from civil rights in Nassau. She promptly got me a copy of the present law that she successfully promoted some years previously. She asked me to tell her what is missing. When I pointed out that recent experience showed gender in law is interpreted as women and men only, and a definition is needed, I was totally surprised when pride of authorship was non-existent. Her reflex action turned to the job of all-inclusive human rights law for Nassau County. She had the amended law written and introduced 4 times, and 4 times the Republican leadership did not allow a vote. I pleaded the case of transgender civil rights 4 years and 41 speeches in all with the same result. But Judith Jacob is persistent. She truly believes civil rights are good for her constituents in District 16 and all people. And civil rights are good for all people in Nassau County. There isn't a more sincere, abler fighter for our quality of life, our children's welfare, and humanity than our next speaker, legislator Judith Jacobs.